Ball State University. News for the campus community and all of Delaware County. This is NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and welcome to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Travis Robinson.
And I'm Dea Hernandez. Thanks for joining us. Muncie food banks and shelters are looking for help from the community. We'll send it over to Sarah Schaefer for more.
That's right, guys. With this winter being one of the worst in years, businesses are having to figure out ways to deal with it, and people in need in the community are counting on them to do so.
With the extreme weather conditions, homeless shelters and food banks are reaching their capacity and running out of resources. Director Teresa Clemens of A Better Way, a center for women involved in domestic violence, says there are a number of variables that play into this, but the harsh winter could be a main factor.
But right now, with the like sub-zero temps, people aren't moving out. So we still have new people coming in, but then the people who were here are staying. So that's where the number becomes bigger.
The Salvation Army is also seeing more visitors.
Because my food is short, money's low, and bills is coming up, and I can't pay them. I can't. But anyway, I just thank God for being here, honey.
Volunteer Judy Cooper says the captain is making sure they are using all of their resources to accommodate them.
We don't have accommodations for bedding, but he said when it's desperate, he said we'd never turn anyone away at night, and they open up their chapel area, and people can sleep on the pews.
The food bank says their food intake varies. Sometimes the shelves are left empty, and other times the bags are overflowing. Regardless, the people in need are still lining up. If these people cannot get out of their houses to get what they need, Lieutenant Kevin Robbins has a solution.
With us, we've been going out to meet them if we can, because they're not able to, because most of the people are poor. They either going to run the bus. If they can't get on the bus, then they got to walk. And as you know, once the snow gets piled on the sidewalks, they can't really walk on the sidewalks.
As always, these places are inviting donations, and as you can see, they are in need. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sarah. You know, Travis, it's really good that they're doing this because the weather's been really cold outside.
Oh, I know. It's really great that they can actually find a place to get indoors at.
It is. And speaking of the weather, you know, I am getting really tired of this.
Oh, I know. My truck has been stuck for a full week now.
I get stuck, and then the ice and everything, it's just been awful. I'm ready for some sun and just warm weather. And Adam, what can we expect coming up?
Well, coming up in the weather, we can expect cold temperatures to continue, some possible snow, drifting. We have all that coming up. Currently in Muncie, we are at 1 degree with west winds at 9 miles an hour. With this winds, we do have a wind chill in the negative 14 degrees. As you can see, with the pressure right now is at 30.39 of inches mercury. What that means is we have a high pressure system in the area. As you can see from this area of no clouds. Coming up, I'll talk about bitterly cold temperatures, possible drifting snow, and more snow for the weekend. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Adam. With the record amount of snowfall we've had this winter season, there are piles of snow at stores, side streets, and school parking lots. But when drivers can't see because of the snow piles, it becomes a hazard. Daniel Parker has more.
There aren't a lot of people who are fans of snow, especially when they have to drive in. After the snow stops falling, there ends up being piles after piles of snow along the road.
Snow removal has already begun here at Ball State University, but Superintendent of Muncie Public Works says Muncie residents just need to be patient.
You just hang in there. That's what Indiana's all about, and springtime will be here soon, and this will be nothing but a memory.
With more snow, more piles come with it, but Mr. Campbell actually wants more snow for his workers.
I'm really hoping if it snows, I want it to hit 5s to say that we survived it, and we worked it, and we done the best job that we could.
Although it may be difficult for people to see around those tall piles of snow, Mr. Campbell has one piece of advice for drivers.
Some of these intersections you do have to ease out until you can see if oncoming traffic's coming, because you know those roads are slick.
Mr. Campbell also said that his workers have a great attitude and have worked hard this season. He is also wanting to let people know that his workers will get to your neighborhood to plow your streets. In Muncie, Daniel Parker, NewsLink, Indiana.
Now, Mr. Campbell asks that drivers in Muncie call 7474847 to report a pile of snow that could danger drivers. The workers will then come out and remove the snow.
Avon police say a man was struck and killed walking along US 36 late Wednesday night. Police were called about a man lying on the ground in the snow and ice. Detective Brian Nugent said that believed the driver left the scene after hitting the 36-year-old man, and the driver told the police he returned back to the scene after spotting damage on his SUV. Nugent said the police are still investigating the circumstances.
Muncie residents are dealing with a bumpy situation on the streets. NewsLink Indiana's Jonathan Chapman has the story.
Another harsh winter brings about a yearly struggle for drivers in Muncie. The streets throughout the city are littered with potholes that interfere with traffic. Dr. Brandon Waite is a teacher in the political science department at Ball State and a Muncie resident for the past 6 years.
As a driver in Muncie, I get irritated, and I think anybody does. It wasn't 2 weeks ago I had to take my car to the Kia dealership and put on new tires in the front. One of them had been so badly damaged from potholes that it just wouldn't hold air anymore. And so, you know, anytime you have to go in for a realignment, you have to go in to fix a tire, you have to go in and fix an axle, that's irritating as a consumer.
Near Ball State's campus, Riverside Avenue is particularly bad. The city of Muncie is trying new methods to identify where the potholes are.
My experience has been that when you come across a pothole that's dangerous, or the deteriorating road so bad that it's causing damage to vehicles, a phone call or now even a tweet to the mayor seems to help some.
Local Indiana residents are encouraged to help the pothole crews maintain this problem. You can tweet at @potholes with any local potholes in your area, and that will assist crews in identifying and filling those potholes as soon as possible. For NewsLink Indiana, I'm Jonathan Chapman.
Thanks, John.
Well, coming up, find out why the university is holding class on a weekend.
And students in grades 3 through 8 will have more time to prepare for the I-STEP. Find out more next.
Rob, what's up? How's it going? Guys, this is my cousin Rob from Michigan.
What's up?
He's a teenager.
Hey, totally. All right. Oh, hey, you want to slow down?
No.
Really? Huh. Hey, you know what a beautiful animal is? A horse. A horse. Yeah. Beautiful mane, unbelievable muscle tone. When it runs, it looks like poetry in motion. It's the most beautiful thing on earth. And sometimes when you feed a horse, its lips will tickle your hand. Just tickle it just a little bit. It makes me giggle sometimes. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you don't slow down, I'm gonna bite into your head like an apple. And thanks, guys, for listening to my horse stories. I could talk about ponies all day long.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome back. While the 2 snow days at the beginning of the semester were fun for some students, until they received an email 2 weeks ago from Ball State officials saying the days had to be made up. NewsLink Olivia McClellan has the story.
Ball State has already had 2 snow days and 2 delays because of the crazy snow this winter. The snow days were all fun and games until students received an email 2 weeks ago saying the days had to be made up. The catch? Students had to make the days up on a Saturday.
The days were chosen because they are the last 2 available days that classes can be held before the end of 5-week courses. Adjustments to spring break and the end of the semester were also considered. Ball State's Associate Vice President for Marketing and Communications, Tony Proudfoot, explains the reasoning for making up the days.
We just went through our accreditation process, and one of the things that the accreditors mentioned is that there's a federal regulation now that we need to be able to account for in time, in minutes, what accounts for a credit hour. And once we've determined what that definition is, then we need to provide that number of that amount of instruction in minutes to be in alignment with the new federal regulation.
Ball State student Laura Oldiges discusses how she feels about the snow day makeup.
I thought it was a little stupid, to be honest. I really didn't think we should make them up because a lot of my professors already made adjustments in their schedules and their syllabuses to have a makeup assignment already for the classes that we miss. So it really was kind of a thrown off. Also, I heard that our professors got the email the same time we did, which I didn't think was right. I thought that they should be notified earlier than us, because it was caught up as a big surprise to them as well.
One of the snow days has already been made up. It was made up last Saturday. The other one will be made up this coming Saturday, February 8th. Reporting in Muncie, Olivia McClellan, NewsLink, Indiana.
Thanks, Olivia. Let's hope that the worst of the snow is over.
Indiana students and teachers will have more time to catch up before taking iStep Plus testing next month. The State Board of Education voted unanimously to grant schools more time for both the applied skills portion of the exam and the iRead 3 test, both of which take place in March. Superintendent of Public Instruction Glenda Ritz suggested the change after heavy snowfall and extremely low temperatures have continued to cause school to cancel days of classes this winter. Indiana students in grades 3 through 8 partake in an annual iStep Plus testing, which covers language arts, math, science, and social studies.
Now time for a look at headlines from around the area on Ball State's source for online news, The Daily. I'm Michelle Islis. Emmons Auditorium will premiere the musical Bring It On tonight, and the band REO Speedwagon will perform tomorrow night. Be sure to read the Daily News to read what people had to say. Find out what goes on during Saturday classes this weekend. Did students actually make it to their makeup classes? Take a first look from the Daily News at what's going on at the 2014 Olympic Winter Games in Sochi. Daily News photographer Taylor Irby will share a first-hand account. For these stories and more from NewsLink, WCRD, SportsLink, Ball Bearings, and the Daily News, go to bsudaily.com. Back to you guys.
400,000 Hoosiers with insurance through United Healthcare will be affected by a new agreement made between them and Indiana University Health. The deal means services provided by IU Health as of January 1st will be billed as in-network. United Healthcare said in a statement it will be finalizing the agreement details in the coming days so that their members can continue to have uninterrupted access to care.
The opening of the Olympic Games isn't stopping LGBT activists from protesting them. CNN's Matthew Chance was in London where the supporters are holding rallies, and he takes a closer look at where the two collide.
As the Winter Olympics in Sochi get underway, just singing Russia's national anthem has become a form of protest. These gay activists in London are part of a coordinated global campaign that organisers say is meant to pressure Olympic sponsors over Russia's controversial anti-gay propaganda laws.
And what we're hoping to do is at this moment, just before the Olympics start, when these brands have poured in millions and millions of dollars of investment into these advertising campaigns, to see this as a vulnerable moment for them and ask them to speak out against these anti-gay laws.
Human rights groups are using the Winter Olympics to highlight the plight of homosexuals and gay activists in the host country. New York-based Human Rights Watch has posted videos on its website showing alleged attacks, some by anti-gay vigilante groups. By turning a blind eye to this kind of violence, the group says Russian authorities are sending a dangerous message that there's nothing wrong with attacks on gay people. These Winter Olympic Games in Sochi are fast becoming one of the most controversial ever staged. Russia's anti-gay propaganda laws, which criminalise the promotion among minors of non-traditional sexual relations, are just one rallying point. President Putin has responded to criticism by defending Russia's conservative values, and Russian courts have prosecuted vigilante attacks against gays and lesbians. But the issue has still become a celebrity cause. This protest rendition of the Russian anthem, promoted by a Swedish singer and gay activist, has gone viral on the internet.
If we all tell the same thing, the same story, that it is okay to be LGBT, then perhaps we can start to put an idea, or at least a seed of doubt in those narrow-minded minds.
More than 200 prominent international authors, including Salman Rushdie and Margaret Atwood, have also joined forces to denounce what they say is the chokehold that Russian gay propaganda and blasphemy laws place on freedom of expression.
Boo.
Madonna, too, on the eve of the Games, has spoken out.
We all have a moral obligation to stand up for anyone that's being persecuted, whether it's down the street from us or on the other side of the world.
The International Olympic Committee has warned activists against using the Games to promote political messages. But protesters argue Sochi is the best chance in years to highlight the plight of millions of Russians whose lives are blighted by discrimination. Matthew Chance, CNN London.
Thanks, Matt.
Don't put away your shovels just yet. Stay tuned to know when your next chance of snow is coming your way.
And later, find out what band will be rocking out in Emmons Auditorium tomorrow night. All that and more coming up.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
You're not in here.
Yes, I am.
Move! Give it to him hard!
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Danse, balance, suis la cadence. On lève bien tes hanches au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence. Dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
I'm sick and tired of this cold weather. I've got a long day tomorrow, and I really don't want to walk to campus in it.
You know, Travis, I'm really tired of wearing the heavy coats and the boots and all that. But Adam, what can we expect coming up later on in this week?
Well, we can expect cold temperatures as usual. Looking at current temps in the U.S., we have Dallas at 23 degrees, which is well below normal for Texas, and Texas even received some snow earlier today. Once we look at Indiana, we have Muncie 1 degree, Indianapolis 3 degrees, Bloomington up at 7 degrees. As we look at wind speeds, Muncie 9 degrees, Lafayette 6 degrees, Indianapolis 9 degrees. What these winds do is they play into effect wind chill values, which do affect what it feels like outside. So currently in Muncie, we have negative 14 degrees, down Indianapolis, negative 12 degrees. As we look at the almanac for today, we reached a high of 14 degrees. Average for this time of year, 35 degrees, and the record high was set in 1999 at 51 degrees. As we look at high temps across Indiana, Indianapolis got up to 19 degrees, Bloomington 22 degrees. Tonight we have winds from the west 7 to 10 miles an hour, which will play a role into wind chill, which could feel down to negative 20 for later tonight. And as we look at the radar, I've talked about this high pressure system moving in, which will clear out the skies for Friday. Starting off our Friday, we will have mostly sunny skies, negative 5 degrees. As the day moves on, clouds will increase. We'll reach our high around 2 p.m. at 10 degrees. Looking at the 7-day forecast, Saturday we can expect to see 1 1/2 inch snow starting in the morning, around with a high of 22 degrees. On Sunday we will have cloudy conditions, high of 20 degrees. On Monday we will have partly sunny skies, and Tuesday as well with highs in the middle teens. Wednesday, another chance of snow, and Thursday, we will have a high of 31 degrees. Back to you at the desk.
So Adam, I can't expect taking off the heavy coat and the boots and everything. I have to still keep them on.
Unfortunately not. We will have some cold temperatures and cold wind chills this week.
Well, we'll have to push through. Coming up next in NewsLink Sports, we go live from Ball State's women's basketball game.
NewsLink Indiana Sports, I'm Amanda Smith. Back to you. I'm not ready.
Score. It's about showing off a new kind of trophy, discovering new trails to explore. And it's about looking for a new adventure around every tree. This is my It's More Fun with Friends badge. With hundreds of badges to earn, Scouts learn the best part is the experience. Find your pack at beascout.org.
That's low. That's low and below.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away. But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size.
We've done what you told us.
There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat. Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
English here with your NewsLink Indiana Sports. Ball State's women's basketball team not only were fighting on the court tonight for rebounds, but the ladies were also fighting for an important cause in the stands. Tonight, the ladies hosted the MAC conference leader, Central Michigan. Things were really heating up on the court tonight. Amanda Smith is live at Worthen Arena for more information on this nail-biting game.
Thanks, Aaliyah. I'm here at Worthen Arena where Ball State just suffered a tough 84-81 loss against Western Michigan. The Cardinals came out in the first half clearly frustrated by the Chippewas' tight defensive pressure, which ended up resulting in many Cardinal turnovers. After just a few moments, Coach Sally said, "I've had enough," called a timeout, and the girls really picked up the motivation after that, and were able to go on an 8-0 scoring run and continue to outscore the Chippewas for the rest of the half, making it a 12-point deficit of 40-28. After halftime, the girls came back strong, scoring a quick 6 baskets, and were able to really continue to pressure Western Michigan's defense. Natalie Fontaine and Brandy Woody found themselves in some serious defensive foul trouble, which resulted in them on the bench. This gave the Chippewas a chance to get back into the game and ultimately resulted in a Ball State loss. With NewsLink Indiana Sports, I'm Amanda Smith. Back to you.
Thanks, Amanda. Although the ladies were not able to come up with a victory tonight, the real victory was while the women's basketball coaching staff was able to raise money for the Yao Cancer Association, a charitable organization committed to raising money to find awareness for the cure of cancer. Moving on, the Cardinals will be back in action again on Sunday as they travel to Northern Illinois. Tip-off will be at 1 o'clock. Alrighty, in other sports basketball news, good news for all you Lakers fans out there. They came off with their first win after 2 weeks as they came off with a kind of a bizarre win, one of the most bizarre wins in the league's history. The Lakers played against the Cavaliers last night, winning in the fourth quarter after only playing with 4 people on the court after losing eligibility after fouls and injuries. The Lakers beat the Cavaliers 119-108, and due to this weird loss, general manager for the Cavaliers was fired this morning. That's all I have for you in sports. I'm going to send it back over to the desk.
Coming up in NewsLink Entertainment, a late-night TV host is saying goodbye.
And a band that has 14 top 40 hits is coming to Emmons Auditorium. Find out after the break.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
That's low. That's low and below.
You're not in here.
Yes, I am.
Move. Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Out here, success isn't about getting the highest score. It's about showing off a new kind of trophy, discovering new trails to explore. And it's about looking for a new adventure around every tree. This is my It's More Fun with Friends badge. With hundreds of badges to earn, Scouts learn the best part is the experience. Find your pack at beascout.org.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Victoria Motown with your entertainment news. Tonight is Jay Leno's last hurrah on the Tonight Show. NBC is letting him go, but there are rumors that this won't be the end of Leno. Some rumors say he will be starting at a late-night series on cable network, while others say he will be staying with NBC to host periodically for special events. Although there are a lot of rumors circling, Forbes reported Leno says he doesn't want to do another version of the Tonight Show and doesn't want to compete with his friends in late night anytime soon. They've earned many gold, platinum records, sold 40 million records worldwide. REO Speedwagon is performing tomorrow in Emmons Auditorium. Tickets for the concert are still on sale, ranging from $28 to $58. You don't want to miss them rocking out. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Victoria. That's all for tonight at NewsLink Indiana. Here on Cardinal Vision for Adam Burstein, I'm Daya Hernandez.
And for Aaliyah English, I'm Travis Robinson. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a good night.